Hey, all you YouTube, this is Westboy85. I have some important issue that I needed to address with you guys on this topic. Today, I was at work as a voluntary services. I watched CNN today talking about Muslims planning on building Islamic Center on Ground Zero. CNN reporters asked the people their opinion. And their opinion is that they don't like Muslims, to build Ground Zero because of what happened. They were angry while they talking about it. They have like city halls and people debating between Americans and Muslims. Okay? Let's rewind it back to 2001, 9 years ago, when Osama bin Laden sent his Al-Qaeda troops to hijack the planes. And it crashed all the way to World Trade Center, the Pentagon, and Pennsylvania, killing thousands and thousands of lives. And my uncle was almost died too while saving the people from World Trade Center before it collapsed, including firefighters and police officers are risking lives on the line to save these people before it collapsed on World Trade Center. I was a sophomore at that time when it was the news. Everybody was heartbroken. Everybody else was crying in tears because of what happened. I mean, people lost their loved ones who were on the plane when it crashes, and people trying to run away before the World Trade Center had collapsed died. And a whole lot of dust. A whole city. I mean, it's devastating. It really is devastating. 9 years later, the Muslims plan, the Ground Zero has been scared. They plan on making a memorial to all the people who lost their lives on World Trade Center 9 years ago. The Muslims now wants to build an Islamic Center near the Ground Zero, and then the New Yorkers are not happy, including Americans are not happy about the plan. Okay, they still have not forgive the Muslims for what they did. I mean, it's like war all over again, World War III all over again. And President Obama, when I watched Obama made a speech that he supports the Muslims to build an Islamic Center on Ground Zero. And last weekend, while he's visiting Florida, the reporter was asking the same question on his reaction of his comments on what he had said during the press conference. President Obama stand by his comments, but he will not commenting any further on his final decision for the Muslims to build on Ground Zero. I mean, people, man, including Republicans, are upset with Obama comments, including Republicans. You see, I'm not nothing against Muslims. Don't get me wrong, no disrespect. I got nothing but love of Muslims. But it's a bad idea to put an Islamic center on ground zero where it all started. People lost their lives. People still buried on that building 9 years ago. My uncle almost died. My uncle almost died while saving people's lives 9 years ago, and still have nightmares till this day. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. You'll make the Americans look mad and mad and mad that they're about to start a war. I mean, we have some Muslims are good and some Muslims are bad. Just like some are good Christians, some are bad Christians. It happens. But I partly agree with the president said that Muslims should do whatever they want to do. Because this is America. It's a free country. At the same time, you need to look at what people's reaction on should Muslim build Islamic center ground zero when that happened, because people are pissed at Obama, man. I mean, people are pissed at him for his comments on Muslims should build on ground zero. It's a bad idea. They should move their mosque someplace else, away from the ground zero, so we could build in the memorial for the people who died 9 years ago, including firefighters and police officers risking their lives to save these people and die for us. I mean, people forgetting about what happened, but people, we need to remember on that day. I understand that we should let it go, but we never forget on this very day, September 11, 2001, the day that it will live in our hearts forever, about what happened. I mean, it's real tragic. It really is tragic on Muslims wanting to build Islamic stuff. I have no problem with them building a mosque, but they need to move away from ground zero so that it won't start a controversy or war against the Muslims. Because if you do that, if the president lets the Muslims build Islamic center, it will look bad. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, President Obama. I'm glad that you're my president. I still love you, but part of your views I had to disagree on. But he's still my president. I love Obama. I'm glad he's my president, but I had to disagree on what his comments on backing Muslim mob to build an Islamic state. Look at the people who lost their mom, their dad, their loved ones on this very tragic day. I mean, I don't got nothing else to say, because if I continue on with this political shit, people's gonna make bad comments on my reaction. I think it's best for me to just end this right now, because I don't want people to get upset at my comments. So I'm just gonna stop it right there. So people, if you're watching, please comment below on your reaction on my video. But please, leave this negative shit to the side. You have the right to disagree, but don't put negative comments or else I have to delete it. Alright? So keep it clean. But if you disagree, then disagree with me. Alright? So that's all I gotta say on this topic. Until the future.